What's wrong with you?
It is the secret too.
You're really going to judge someone you don't even know?
Smoking cigarette.
Look at the pastor's wife for that matter.
ADIRE was the only one putting like really loud makeup. And
You're calling me an Asher one. I'm like, yeah, so what?
Hello, my loves. This is MovieHub. And trust me when I say you do not want to be anywhere else but here as we take a look into the movie ADIRE, starred by Kehinde Bankole. Now, this movie didn't have a whole lot of strong marketing, so many of you might not have heard about it. But of course, that is why we are here to give you the best reviews and unbiased reviews on the movie ADIRE. Stay tuned, it's going to be fun. Welcome back to MovieHub. I am your host Cindy, and with us in the studio today, I have the diva, the gorgeous, the very sexy Rina.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us in the studio today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's delve into the movie. ADIRE is a movie directed by Adeoluwa Owu and is starred by Kehinde Bankole. It also features notable actors like Yvonne Jegede, Micah Folari, Femi Branch, Yemi Black, and Lizzie J, amongst others. Lizzie J, aka Omo Ibadan, really made me laugh as she dropped some funny lines in between in the movie. So let's take a look at the thriller ADIRE together.
They say a bird in the bush with a broken wing is better than a pet in her cage. I am not a pet.
The devil are visitors. Mommy, what? If it's what you want, they are even dancing our money.
I want us to move into the elements of this movie, starting from the storyline. The storyline centers on Asari, who later becomes ADIRE in the movie. Asari is a sex worker tired of her sex working ways, so she flees. She flees in search of freedom, in search of exploring her career as a fashion designer. She moves to your state, and then she manages to shake up the local community that comprises of very conservative women, and of course the discrimination that is deeply enrooted in the local church. She meets a man, she falls in love, and this man changes her whole perception on what men are and shows her the value of herself as a human being, but most importantly as a woman. So Rina, what's your take on the whole storyline of the movie?
Well, my take on the storyline was, I feel like the movie is trying to, put light into what some women go through. Right? She came from a place where she was tied down, bondage. From the story, we found out that she has been into this line of prostitution right from when she was a kid, right? And being free, it also shed light to the discrimination that we have in churches. Because when she came into the community, most of the people that were against her are supposed to be the people that
support her.
Supposed to support her.
Yes.
Look at the pastor's wife for that matter. Oh God. But then, the only problem I have with the movie is I feel like the starting point of the movie was exaggerated, right? But the ending was too rushed. It felt like they were doing cut and join. They rushed the ending. It was like from one thing to the other. Yeah, you understand.
Yeah, I understand.
So, yeah, basically.
Yeah, so my own take in the movie ADIRE, I felt like it had like pretty strong themes of trashing away the antics of the discrimination in the society, especially the church that is supposed to be the foundation or, of fighting all this injustice and stuff. They are the ones promoting it.
Do you understand?
Yes.
And the fact that women, I think it pointed that light to the fact that we women, we hardly support ourselves.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, we're always against it. It's like when we find out that there is another competition in the building, suddenly we go into like security
this mode.
Yes, we just want to like move that competition.
Instead of welcoming our own sister into our hood.
And you are the wife of the man you're trying to rubbish. Or you need to be a little more specific because there are many men who want to be ruined by me.
So I also felt like there were a lot of loopholes and loose ends in the movie as well.
Yeah.
My number one problem was with the scene where ADIRE knocks Captain unconscious. Like
where did she get the
The object just materialized in her hand.
It was like as if they cut it, they just joined it together.
Seriously,
And then please, what is with the scar? Was it necessary? Like I felt
Like Captain is supposed to be this very bad guy,
and I didn't feel that.
I didn't feel it exactly. I didn't feel it.
I feel like most Nigerian movies now, yeah, I commend them for what they are doing now, but does the bad guy always have to have a scar? It's like
there's this stereotype. You can be bad and you can still dress in a suit. It doesn't matter.
And look clean too.
So that was my number one problem with the movie. Second problem, the captain's accomplice, the one that was supposed to go into business with Captain, he just vanished into thin air.
Where did he go?
The notorious drug lord, and he already had like this solid plan that he wanted to go into business with Captain. Yeah, they planned on stuffing her drugs into her bra.
When Captain came into the village, why were boys shooting in the air on Okada?
I just felt like the scene, it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary at all. There were lots of loose ends, and the movie was really unrealistic to me. So let's move on to the next question. I want us to talk about the other elements in the movie, the cinematography, the sound, the picture quality, the acting, makeup, costume. So what can you say in that aspect?
Well, the cinematography was really nice. Like the colors were coloring. Like you could see every color.
Oh my goodness!
Literally,
one thing that movie stood for.
It was literally in our face.
It was
perfect.
Excellent. They gave that to you.
And then the sound. We heard everything they said, and the ones that they didn't say, it was loud and clear.
It was loud.
So yeah. What else?
I feel like the cinematography was excellent.
Yes.
Picture quality on point. The acting. It was outstanding.
Let's give it up to our actors.
They completely portrayed whatever character that they were going to take in. They completely portrayed it, and I would give it to you guys in that aspect. But I felt like, okay, when it comes to the lightning, in the very beginning, the first scene, I felt like there was not enough coordination. The red light was just bouncing everywhere.
Yes, the club scene.
Yes, it was bouncing everywhere. The red light was on her face, on her dress, on their bodies, everywhere. That I legitimately thought that Captain's car was actually a teardrop. Yeah, exactly. I legitimately thought that man was crying in the club. It was like after that scene, I was like, oh, okay, it's a scar. Makes more sense.
Yeah.
And moving back to the cinematography, because I feel like I didn't expatiate enough. The cinematography was just exceptional. Like while I was watching the movie, I felt like if I was literally in Ibadan myself.
Yeah.
I could experience the feel of Ibadan from the taxi shot to the market scene, and it was so good.
Yes.
The makeup and costume.
I love the fact that they portrayed the culture from their hairs to the ADIRE. Like who would have thought of ADIRE lingering? Guy.
The idea, the whole concept was nice, but I just feel like the whole putting everything together, like the storyline and everything, was where they had a little issues and they flopped in.
I felt the storyline was a bit good, but my problem was
it was unrealistic.
They rushed it. Well,
especially towards
to her.
the ending.
We've had this argument.
My opinion. And of course, there's this scene also that I need to put out. The scene between Shalewa and ADIRE. Shalewa goes to confront ADIRE for sleeping with her husband, and then they end up becoming best friends. In that particular scene, they are all laughing and hugging, and I'm like, what?
And I said it's possible.
So unrealistic.
It's possible.
Unrealistic.
Not everybody likes violence.
That's your own perspective of things. So it's just our opinions.
But let's talk about the makeup.
All right, the makeup was really good. It was not
really good. It was absolutely
amazing.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Because majority of the actors, majority of the scenes, you can see that there are some scenes where they are barefaced, no makeup. But in that barefaced, no makeup, they had makeup. Like the skin
was
beat
really soft.
was so
it was
on
glowing.
point.
It was glowing.
Like they literally, the coverage was awesome.
Literally in the whole of the movie, ADIRE was the only one putting like really loud makeup, and it was because of the whole concept of her
was
character.
Clean.
Yes, it was.
Her face beat was on
so
point.
We give you that. That was really nice.
I design underwear.
You're trading your faith for ordinary braziers?
Are you really going to judge someone you don't even know?
You that you're talking, do you know her?
Okay, moving to the next question. I would want to ask, who's your favorite character in the movie?
Okay. So, yes.
Okay.
My favorite character in the movie is Kehinde Bankole.
Wow, the star character. All right.
Like, why wouldn't she be my favorite character?
All right.
I've always seen Kehinde Bankole in movies, but girl, are you serious? What is all that sexiness?
Wow,
Where did you
watched
like,
the movie and I was like,
wow.
is this the same Kende
Wow,
Bangole that I know?
Seriously, I've never seen her portray so much sexiness on
She was
set.
so
It was-
fun.
She
I'm a
really
lady,
took
but-
in that character, like she
No,
really
she really
portrayed it.
killed it.
Thumbs
And
up.
when we look at the character, let's even not talk about her role in the character.
All right.
When we look at the character in the movie,
All right.
it's ADIRE is someone that was caged. There are a lot of women these days that are caged in marriages, at home, in the society. There is always something holding them back, and they are always like.
I feel like
if
one of the themes of the movie was women empowerment
yes,
as well.
and they're always like, if I do decide to step out from this comfort zone, what will I meet outside? So that's her character portrays the fact that start something.
Yeah, she was confident enough.
She was
to just go for
courageous.
it.
She left. And girl had some mad slap back reply. Like, you're calling me an Ashewo, and I'm like, yeah, so what?
She did.
It's not my
She
fault.
didn't care for nothing. She
Like,
didn't care for
girl,
nothing. I just love confidence.
She was the
characters
only
like
one
that.
who could look at Mommy Gio in the eye and tell her to defend herself. Like, women do love.
Can we add that language?
Sorry about that. But yeah, you
Okay.
get what I'm saying.
Yeah. So for me, my favorite character would be, of course, the pastor's wife.
Now, why we know our grief? That's
It will be the pastor's wife. Yeah, sure, we have to take opposite sides. I feel like the pastor's wife, she had this very classy, chic, and I don't care attitude that she was giving out in that local community.
Mama was definitely
She didn't care for nobody. She didn't even care that she was a pastor's wife. She would say whatever she wants to say, and she doesn't even care for nothing because she just believed in her doctrine, and that was what she went for. I felt like that pastor wife character was portrayed like excellently.
Yes, she did.
Yes, she had this aura of leadership. Even though she didn't lead the ladies in the right path, like she made becoming a pastor wife in a local community like so desirable. I was like, oh my goodness, rock that girl. Like the way she spoke and everything, he was just giving this chic, classy attitude, and I love that. So the pastor wife is my favorite character in the movie.
Yep.
So moving on to the final question in Jennifer's voice.
No, that is not how Jennifer.
That's Jennifer's
No.
voice. Auntie, don't argue with me.
You are
He's
see-
my show. I'll pursue you out from here. This if I say Jennifer voice, he's Jennifer
Auntie
voice.
Jennifer, come and listen
Jennifer
to her.
speaking. Jennifer speaking.
Yeah, if I get I smoking cigarette. If you know, you know.
I will give you half, and I will even put something on top.
A new place. A new start.
ADIRE.
Okay, on a serious note, moving to the last and final question.
Okay.
So, Rina, so I would like to ask you, what's your take on the movie? Is it a must-watch or just a, meh?
Definitely a must watch.
Okay.
I feel like the movie should, the credit to the movie, the cinematography, the team, the message behind it is something that we should all watch and pick one or two things out of it.
Especially in society. Okay,
Yes.
for me, I don't know why I'm just taking the opposite side. For me, I wouldn't say the movie it's not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie per se, but I wouldn't say it's definitely like necessarily a must watch. I would just say it just falls in between. It did have strong themes, but I felt like the storyline was just so predictable. Yes, they were able to turn it around with a little twist, humor, edge, to all of that. But I felt like they could have done more. So it's not necessarily a must-watch for me, but it's a good movie.
It's
so
a good movie.
Something you could just add to like your playlist, your movie playlist, to just watch
The
and
movie
while away
does
time.
make sense.
But I wouldn't say a must
They try.
watch.
Well, coming from most of our Nollywood movies, I feel like
I feel like they could do better. Nollywood movies, they are doing better these days. I just feel like the whole storyline, they could have done better, especially towards the ending. I feel like the movie is going to have a
the only
part
problem
2.
I have with the ending.
Will
it
the
was
captain
supposed to
show
watch.
up? Because we don't know what happened to his body.
I feel like there's going to be a part 2 because there is no way that man that disappeared
His body gets burnt.
with his money.
Did he escape? What happened? What happened? You kept us in the dark,
The suspect
darling.
is
So hopefully, if there is a part 2, we are hoping that it will be more better than the part 1.
and we'll be here to give the review.
I get I smoking cigarette. If you know, you know.
I will give you half, And I will even put something on top.
All right, guys. So sadly, we have come to the end of the show, and I don't want to go, but I have to. But luckily, you can catch me via our social media platforms that is being displayed on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Also, you can drop your comments in the comment box to tell us the movie that you would like a movie review on next. So until I see you next time, I remain your host, Cindy. It is bye-bye for now.